I had to come back to Agburn for another therapy session. I don't even get to talk in my own house. I wanted to ask my wife a simple question. I didn't think it could end up in a fight, but it did. But anyways, she tries to tell me I'm religious. Here's the deal. I'm not part of any religion. I don't. She has a problem with Christians because my son's gay. So she thinks I have an issue with it. I've never shown it. This is the deal. This is what I think. Because like I said, I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. Even though the Bible tells me, even if it's true, and it's not right to be gay with God, that's for them to find out. It's not for me to cast judgment. It's for me to tell them that there's a loving God waiting for them. And if they go and search for Jesus, if they end up being gay and they found Jesus, everything is between them and God. Not for me to judge. I don't come on here and talk shit about you, Dagburn, because you lie. And you cause chaos and you cause mayhem. Someone's sexuality shouldn't cause chaos and mayhem. It should be them to find. But I don't know. I'm watching this thing. I think kids are being groomed for sure. For sure. I mean, school board meetings, like when the school boards are like silencing the parents, nobody has a problem with that. Like, I'm seeing it all over too. I just see this girl got fired from her job because she followed a couple people that call out groomers, like libs of TikTok or something like that. So, pretty twisted world, man. Everybody thinks everybody's got to hate. We need to stop the hate and come together, Dagburn. Just think, you had me fooled. I thought you turned a... But then again, I knew you were the bad guy before you turned into the bad guy, eh? Pretty good intuition, eh, bud? Pretty good. But I already knew. I just hoped. I always hope. I hope for the best. But hey, to be honest, Dagburn, you've kind of let me down, bud. If this would have went the way I hoped it would have. Oh, it's so funny. But then again, maybe I'm crazy, eh, bud? My crazy thoughts. I'd love to tell me where I haven't had, where I have not shown love, whether it be in anger or even hate. I think everybody's got a misconception of love. I did my TikTok. What is love? It's the truth, baby. It's the truth. It's the only way to get true love is to the truth. If it's not the truth, then what are you falling in love with? You don't know, it's a lie. Right? I don't know. What else you want to talk about, Dagburn? Huh? I went through the psychiatric thing like a million times. I don't want to do that anymore. I went through Troy, Jay. I don't even know, man. Oh, yeah. Here, I got one for you. So maybe you'll battle me, eh? Because I seen your little post about making fun of Upchurch. I'm not having his high school. You were so proud of graduating. Too bad you couldn't have graduated not going to jail 30 times, eh, bud? But, yeah. I ain't got my high school neither, bud. Come get some. Come get some. Hey, by the way, when I was working, I worked I worked more hours in 1 week than you probably have your whole life, to be honest. But hey, that non-graduate, he was running his whole plant filled with multi-million-dollar machinery and hundreds of people. Yeah, I did that, Dagburn. What'd you do? You got 9,000 subs on your YouTube. That's pretty hard work. Not if you're a liar, apparently. Apparently, 9,000 is pretty easy to get if you want to lie and build your name off someone. Maybe if I made up some big fib about somebody, I could get my... Then again, you never know. Maybe I have fibbed throughout all this. I don't know. I'm just asking questions, Dagburn. Like, hey, did you know that Jesus welcomed questions? Did you know that? Yeah, I seen that on The Chosen Show. I can't remember if I read it in the Bible or not. Yeah. I don't really follow that show that much, but I did see the episode where the girl touched his clothing and she became healed again, and he told her it was because she believed. Imagine what we could do if we all believed in Jesus. Might be magical, but who knows? Like, here's the thing, too. Like, oh, man. Everybody's gonna hate me. The old schoolers, all of them. You smoke the devil's lettuce. You're a bad dude. No, not a bad dude. And it's done good things for me. If I find out from God, or when I go searching for God and I find out he doesn't want me to do it, I won't do it. Dagmar. Like I said, I'm not perfect, bud. I only gave up porn like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago. You'd have to check my search history to find out the actual time, maybe. I don't know. But I gave that up. But I wasn't big into doing it neither. It was just, to be honest, it was just like I wasn't really getting it, so I had to take care of myself. So that's against the Bible too, some people say. I don't know. I haven't done that in a long time either, but I don't know if it's... Hey, I think that's part of being a young boy, but I don't know. What do you think, Dagburn? Huh? Where was I? I can't even remember what I was talking about. See, my head just kind of goes... I'm like Kanye that way. But I don't know. I haven't seen anything from Kanye in a while. I don't know. I'm starting to get worried. But then I seen this show today where he got married or something. I don't know what's going on. I hope he's doing well. Because, like, he's not putting his life on the line. Like, nobody can see that. That's what I don't get. Like, oh my. This is the thing. A cult. Don't follow anybody but Jesus. No man. Nobody. Be willing to learn from people, but knowing when you're not being taught properly, check out the alternative just in case. Or we end up with, if we don't do that, that's what we have happening now. Nobody knows it. Either they don't want to face it, or I don't know. Oh, man. I was talking about The Chosen and the woman touching the garment, and Just have to believe. There's a lot of stuff like that in the Bible too, isn't there, David Augusta, about just believing? If you don't believe, how can you make it happen? How can it happen if you don't believe it can happen? I don't know. Who knows, maybe.
It's not bad news, my friends. I implore you to speak up to make sure that young people are hearing your ideas, same as they're hearing.
Yeah, speak up for the young people.
11 states moved to criminalize child sex change.
Actually, you know what, Dagburn? This is what I want you to do. I want you, all you, anybody who watches this, I want you to go check out the WES videos. I beg you to do it. Go watch their videos. And then maybe spread it out and watch some redacted on them and find out and some other intricacies. But find out what they want for you. Because I want you to know, if you don't fight back now, it only gets worse. So what I want you to do is go look into every child you can's eyes and think of your speech right now when they come to you and say, why didn't you do anything? Because they're the ones that are really going to suffer. If this isn't the end times, that's what I'm concerned about. If this isn't the end times. Because like I said, I think of all scenarios. I hate to think about the world that they're going to live in.
Every single person before you successfully reproduced.
And they're going to want to know why they have to live that way. But don't worry, their kids, because their parents will have to be weak, they'll be all trained up. They'll be all trained up. You won't have to worry. Coming out of the womb, you're just gonna, you'll know. Just like being born in China. You just know. But even some of those are starting to fight back now. I see that, and I'm very proud of them. I hope they continue to fight for their... Not that I want violence. I hope some super genius over there can come up with a way to get XEP Chang out of there. Have him in jail. Take the self-destruct buttons off their helmets. Put them back through training. Retrain them to love one another. I don't know. Who knows? I should look into seeing what's going on in Brazil. I haven't looked at that in a while. I seen they filmed, like, this was a long time ago, people screaming Yeshua. I think they loved their Jesus in Brazil. I don't know. It sure looked like it to me. They were yelling Yeshua pretty loud. Stadium full of people. It kind of get your heart pumping a little bit. What else you want to talk about, Dagburn?
There are many trans people within the show who we respect.
I don't know. I gotta get the balls to do that other thing, man. Like, that's the thing. Justin Trudeau and his NDAs and his Klaus Schwab and the Chinese police and the Chinese giving money in politics and with our elections and his love for China and the weird thing, him looking like Castro and the timing, and that's all weird and it's all gross. And his, I didn't look, but I think I seen he had an affiliation with some cult at one time. I don't know. That one that Keith Raniere had, that guy was a mind twister. He was good. He was good. See, Dagburn, they're just like you, though. They tell some good stuff. They tell some truth, some stuff that will help and betterment people's lives. While they get them to serve them. It's great. I don't know, man. But then again, he was really good. And Henry Hildebrandt, he's not very good, and he's got a lot of followers. See, he does the same little thing. He does these little freedom rallies, and he says great things about Jordan Peterson, and he gets you to, oh, he's a man, and he's yeah, and then they suck you in. Hey, we're the way to your salvation. You're special. You're gonna be one of the few one of the few that get to go to heaven through us apostles. Me, Henry Hildebrandt, your touchable, tangible Jesus. Can you imagine? Like, this is what I mean. Guys want to talk about, can you imagine if there was a God and all these conspiracies are true? I'm not saying they are true, but think of, you could just start listing off people that are going to hell. Like, you could start at the bottom. Your HR departments that deceive, you wouldn't want to work for them. I mean, oh, it was my professional life, God. I had to do it. I don't think he cares. I don't think he says you have to do anything that you shouldn't do. It's not moral. So your HR departments, your Troy Sollingers that are hanging out in your plants, your owners that are only care about the dollar. Don't tell me they don't care about the dollar. If you think they care about you, if they do care about you, you are a very lucky individual, and you should work for that person, and you should be very loyal to that person, and because most don't. It's all about the dollar or what they can get from it. Like, and your politicians, you should check in to see how much it even costs to become a politician. You got to be in some dirty play to be able to afford that stuff. But I'm not saying all politicians are like that. There's quite a few. I'll actually come out and say who I like, but I don't know them in their personal life. I'm not going to say that they're going to heaven, but I see that they do some good things, like that Matt Gaetz and Major E. Tyler, I can never remember, Green or something like that. And there's Lauren Bobbitt, I think, and Jim Jordan, and who else do I like? I mean, Rand Paul. He looks like he's ran by the oil companies, but I don't know. You never know. He seems like a good guy. And who else? I really like that Kennedy. I love him. I do. I hope he's a good dude, because I think he is. That's just like, I gotta tell you guys this. I have my questions about Donald Trump, but I do think Donald Trump loves his country, and he loves his countrymen, and he does want nothing but the best for all of you. And I think he might even be a starseeder, a chosen one, possibly. Like I said, we all make mistakes. Even the ones that think they're chosen are the real ones, I think. Because all the ones I see on TV are perfect. And I'm definitely not. But they're the teachers. I don't know. Chosen. It sucks being chosen. It sucks being chosen. It's like a nightmare. It's a freaking nightmare. Might as well look like a crazy person you all say I am. Either that or you're too big pussies to help me. I don't know. That's all I've asked for is an ear. 2.5 years. I can't even get that. But then again, I shouldn't say I didn't get any help. I did have that woman, but she was unwilling to look into anything I said so I could clear my mind. She didn't want to talk. It's a weird system we got, but hey. Maybe it's me that's weird. I know I'm weird. I'd rather be weird than the norm, because the norm really sucks. And the norm, I'll try and look. I don't know, whatever.
That's it.
God's coming.
We don't need to storm capitals. That's stupid.
And
We don't even need massive protests. We just need
that's just
people
my
to
thoughts.
say no.
I hope he is.
I
I hope he is.
Look where it got me.
Because I don't want to live in this world like this. It's got to change. So I'm still going to continue to try and change it. I just need to get the balls to do something.
Here's some money. Now what do you say?
Or I need to get someone to help me.
Then I said,
But hey, guys, see ya. No, just Dagburn.
I would rather
Everybody.
unemployed.
I love everybody, and anything I say, if it offends you, it offends you for a reason.
But I'll figure that
I mean no harm, and I'm here for love. So, bye.
out.